Emily lived an ordinary life in a small American town. She had a good job, a happy family, and most importantly, she was planning to spend her life with Jake, whom she had been with for many years. Jake was the most important person in Emily's life. She thought that everything was possible with him and that they would grow old together. However, life was not as it seemed. Emily often found herself alone due to Jake's frequent business trips. Her work life had become the biggest challenge in their relationship, but Emily trusted Jake and remained loyal to him. However, one day, everything changed. One evening, when Emily returned home from work, she saw a message on Jake's phone. "I can't wait to see you. I miss you so much." Without reading it, she immediately closed the phone. She rubbed her head, trying to make sense of what was happening. Emily had always thought of going through Jake's phone as a betrayal, but something inside her pushed her to investigate. For a week, she pondered what the message meant. Everything seemed so normal, yet Emily couldn't come up with a logical explanation for her doubts. However, the feeling of unease kept growing. Jake's behavior remained unchanged, which only made Emily's suspicions stronger. One evening, while having dinner with Jake, Emily noticed a strange look in his eyes. It seemed like he was hiding something. Everything they talked about felt superficial, and his eyes constantly avoided hers. She could feel something breaking inside her. One morning, Emily found Jake's lost phone. In a moment of impulse, she decided to secretly open it and read the messages. Her inner voice urged her to do so. As she read, everything seemed to crush her like a ghost. There were messages Jake had sent to another woman, planning to meet with her. Emily couldn't believe her eyes as she read another message. "The time to meet has come. If you pick me up at the park at 8, I will love you forever." Slowly, she got up and locked herself in her room. She put the phone back in its place, but this time, it felt like her world was falling apart. Emily, struggling to suppress the pain inside her, looked at Jake. "I thought you loved me, but do you really? Do you think you can just leave me so easily?" Jake, his eyes filled with tears, said, "No, I love you, but I made a mistake. Getting to know her gave me temporary relief. I broke the promise I made to you, and I will pay for that." However, Emily's doubts didn't end there. There was still something more in her heart. A few weeks later, Emily found her brother David's lost phone. David had always been Emily's closest friend since childhood. He had been there for her, just like Jake, but lately, he had been a bit distant. As Emily looked at the phone, she noticed something shocking. There was a message. "History between Jake and David. I'm looking forward to our meeting. Everything is ready for us to meet." When she read that, everything fell apart. With a broken heart, Emily called her brother David to talk. "David, please tell me the truth. What's going on with you and Jake? What are you two doing?" David, with tears in his eyes, said, "Emily, I have to explain everything to you, but I didn't do this to hurt you. We just got close all of a sudden, and I didn't even realize what was happening." Emily didn't want to believe it, but everything was clearly in front of her. David kept explaining for a while, but Emily could feel the deep hurt and disappointment in her heart. "You can't do this. How could you?" she screamed. David said, "I'm not asking for your forgiveness, but I love you. I love Jake too, but I know I can't do anything with you. We just had to face the truth." Emily would never forget this night, and it would make her reevaluate everything in her life. The breakdown of her bond with her brother was a heavy blow to her. She began questioning how real her relationship with Jake had ever been. After the betrayal with her brother, she felt like everything was falling apart. One morning, Emily went to a park alone. She was teary-eyed, and everything felt meaningless. She had to leave both Jake and David behind. All that was left was the pain she had carried inside for years.